Why do you think Farage's Brexit party will give you Brexit? Farage's Brexit party is an establishment Tory-like party with the same colours and donors and members as the Tories. It is the establishment, and the establishment doesn't want Brexit. What part of that equation is difficult to follow? And no one else who's a Brexit voter, no one else who is going to support Farage's party cares about Islamisation. They don't care about political correctness. They don't care about the safety and security. They don't care about the Marxist police. They don't care about anything apart from leaving the European Union, which we're not going to do. And if we've got an Afghanistan-type caliphate when we leave the European Union, it doesn't matter because at least we would have left. But the establishment toadies, the traitors, they found it too difficult to side with UKIP because UKIP made rape comments. The paper told me. Panorama told me. I trust the establishment. Because some people didn't learn anything over the last few years. They didn't learn that the mainstream media wasn't to be trusted, that it was a propaganda outlet and a propaganda conduit. They didn't learn about panodrama and how the BBC were trying to set up Tommy and literally lie. And now they've actually got rid of their guy that was in charge of making that show. They didn't seem to learn that the mainstream media was fake news. Even though it's all they saw every day. Because these people are stupid. They're establishment toadies. They are people like Anne Widdecombe, etc. The Tory Light Party, Farage's Brexit Party. I don't even like the word Brexit anymore. I want independence from the EU, but I don't want Brexit. I want independence, real independence. I don't care about Farage's Brexit Party or the stupid word. Because Brexit doesn't mean independence. Brexit just means Brexit. Brexit just means remain. It just means nothing. You know, I want independence from the EU because independence means independence. And of course the UK Independence Party. But of course then with the Scottish National Party, they claim to want independence but they want to stay in the EU. Yeah, that's really independent, that is. That's not nationalism, that's fake. That's globalist supported fake nationalism. You know, like all the sporting events or Team GB or something. You know, the media and all the corporations were quite happy to get behind that and support that and wave the flag around. But when it came to Brexit, oh no, racist flag, racist flag. I know a lot of people who are going to side with Farage's Brexit Party, mainly because they were Tory voters and they want to be establishment, they want to trust the media, they want to go back to the old world that they know isn't there. So if they don't want to vote for the Tories and they say, oh, I cannot vote for the Tories, you're basically giving money to the Tory party anyway because it goes to the same donors, idiots. Just because the public face of a party is different doesn't mean it's not the same party. Nigel Farage's Brexit Party is Tory light. It's got the same members, it's got the same donors, it's got the same colours. It's come out of nowhere and has now got top billing on the establishment. Soros Group said they wouldn't protest it, but they would protest UKIP and they would protest for Britain. Doesn't that tell you everything? They're a toady establishment-supported party, established and supported by Soros Groups. And that should tell you something, but if you don't know what it's telling you, you're not worthy of this information, quite frankly. When we never actually get to leave the European Union, when there's a caliphate here and when we lost free speech completely and there's curfews on the streets, you'll be saying, oh, Farage is the Prime Minister. Yeah, the left rioted when he became Prime Minister and then we locked down society. And Farage and his establishment party, they didn't give us Brexit. They didn't save the country. They didn't give us freedom or safety or security or anything. You'll be saying we should have chosen UKIP, but it'd be too late by then. UKIP were the only ones that protested against the censorship of big tech. Do you think Farage cares about that? Oh no, that doesn't matter either, does it? It's just Brexit that matters, isn't it? Not leaving the European Union, just Brexit. Because people think that it's got a different logo, it's got a different name, it must be a different party. Never mind who's funding it, because it takes a bit of work to actually look into who funds things and where the money comes from, but that is the source of that party. That's what you're actually giving money to. You're giving money to the Tory party if you give money to the Brexit party. I know for most people it's very difficult to put two and two together and do a bit of digging and find out the source of the money and so on, the funding. But if you do a little bit of work, you go on the internet, you've got the internet, and you do it, and you stop just trusting what you're blindly told by the establishment that you've trusted all your life, because now you should know that it's fake and not in the business of actually informing you or doing anything in your interest. It's actually there to take away your sovereignty, to take away your country from beneath your feet. Well, it doesn't need to, because you're just willingly giving it away. And it's quite difficult to be blasé about this whole thing because Farage is going to destroy the country. I did a video before saying Farage has destroyed the country. It's not an exaggeration. He is now our mortal enemy. And throwing Gerard Batten under the bus and throwing UKIP under the bus because of their, recruiting Carl Benjamin. Oh, I think his comments about rape were disgusting, blah, 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 blah. And Farage, the one who they all called far-right, neo-Nazi and so on for years and years and years, now he's so determined to prove himself politically correct that he'll throw everyone else under the bus. So, to summarise, Farage's Brexit party is Tory light establishment plan B. And if Farage were to Brexit properly, he would be giving up a massive wage as an MEP. He's not going to do that. You've simply bought into the lies that this anti-establishment man is anti-establishment still. Well, he was one time anti-establishment, but now he is the establishment because it's become common, it's become popular to be a rebel, to be the resistance, especially if you're not. Corruption is still allowed to run roughshod over everyone's rights, as long as you're raging against the wrong machine.